All right. Can y'all hear anything?
Anything now? Oh,
Yep. See?
okay. All right. So we're having issues with our mics today. Sorry about that.
All right. I'm gonna go.
Okay. Sorry about that. So everybody can hear us, right? Okay. All right. So let me do my spiel over. Good evening, everyone. This is Sonny and Lisa with the Committed Chronicles, where we are gathering a community of married couples and those who are seriously committed to offer support through the changes and stages of marriage. We want to we want to normalize that marriage isn't always like a Disney movie. I'm stumbling today. Disney movie, but it's also not as terrifying as some people might think. And we just want to give encouragement and help you guys along the way because we've been doing this for two decades, and I think we've learned a little bit about ourselves and how we have and how we navigated it through those times. Okay. All right. So thank you guys. Last week we took a I guess a session off. Our son he ended up speaking for one of his groups. So Sonny was so graciously to go be the parent in charge for that. And while I picked up our other daughter from work. So we took that time to do other family commitments.
Yeah.
But okay, so how's your week been? Your 2 weeks?
Been good. Yeah. We had a nice little outing. Shout out to Tracy and Marcus. We went out to a nice restaurant. Had a nice little outing. We'll try to have another one here again. I don't know, maybe in December. Try to have another one. Yeah. A little cold, but we can try to have another one there.
Yeah, I don't do cold.
That was no, but that was fun. That was fun. I liked it. That was a good one. And the whole week it's been good. Yeah. Good football teams won today. Yeah, it was a good week and day.
Did your team win?
I'm just saying it.
Oh, did they?
You know what?
I don't.
How's your week been, Instigator?
My week it's been interesting. It's been a long week. Yeah, it's been a long week, a long tiring week. Like I feel like I need a vacation, but I know I can't take one anytime soon. But I feel like I need a vacation. I went out of town and I've been running ever since. The week before last week I was out of town, so I've been running ever since. Oh boy, Michigan. Okay, all right. Okay. I don't even understand what's going on, but okay. We'll let that go. Okay. You got any hot topics? Anything you wanna? Yeah, we can start.
So we found this a whole old book from. We had to blow the dust off of it, but I don't know if y'all can see that. But this old book we had from years ago, and looked through it, and it's kind of funny how I don't know what year this was, but
I think I got it when we first got married, trying to capture all the highlights. And then I think we went into our really crazy season of marriage, and it's not filled out.
it ain't all complete, but there is a lot of good stuff in there.
A lot of good stuff.
Like there were some old movie tickets in there. Were one of the first movies we went to. I think Men in Black. One of the Men in Black was one of the first ones we went to together. One of the very first ones. And Passion of Christ, I guess we went to see that.
Yes, it did.
Still got tickets for that. I don't know what year was that. Was it?
I don't know. It
says
04. So yeah, that was like right after we got married. Yeah. So we, as I said, we were going through this. I was trying to figure out, I don't even know where this book has been, but it talks about when we met. And so our first date, and I know we've been talking about the whole thing with the Cheesecake Factory, how women, don't want to go there. But our first date was at Friendly's. And I don't even think there's any more Friendly's in Ohio. So that was just, yeah. And I think the best part of the date that I wrote down was just us being together. So those that are watching, what was your first date? Where was it at?
And I didn't pick Friendlies. That was her.
I think I was just trying to show that I wasn't high maintenance.
I'm just saying I ain't picked it. So that was, you was like, let's go to Friendlies. I was like, okay.
Huh. I think I was just trying to be easy.
I
Trying
guess.
to show you that I wasn't high maintenance.
It was something you liked about it though, because I remember you actually.
I don't remember. I really don't remember.
Movie and a dinner.
Yeah, so it was movie and dinner. Okay.
Marcus Center. Yeah.
Okay, movies and So
that's always a good.
That's always a good.
Because I don't think we even considered that. Because Men in Black. I don't know if that came before Men in Black or what, but
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I have no. Crocodile Cafe Burgers. Okay. Okay.
So what is their signature? What's their? I'm almost scared to ask. What's their?
Is it crocodile or that's just the name of it? Okay, yeah, Passion of the Christ. Yeah, that was a good. That was a good one. I'll let you do that. Yeah. Leaving leftovers. Okay, leaving leftovers. Okay. So crocodile. It was an eclectic American cuisine. Okay. Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up.
But oh. Okay.
Well, right, I mean, right. So I think when the first date for women, we don't want to seem like we are greedy or starving.
Why are you looking at me?
I don't know. Okay, for me, I don't want to. I think in the beginning, I was just trying to show you that I was not complicated, and I didn't require a lot. Yeah. All right. Let's see. And then we talked about tokens of affection, and so the first gift he ever gave me was a TV.
I remember that. Yes. Yeah, I got that.
Yeah. Okay. So we went outside. We went out so he couldn't think I could cook. That's a good one.
Okay. Man.
Okay. But you knew I could cook, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you knew I could cook. Mm-hmm. I just, we went out. Okay.
There was a couple other good ones in there though. But like you said, the first day, those were good ones. So, okay. But yeah, we can go into that another time.
So yeah, like first dates, all of that, yeah. And then it talks about like our first gift. Like I said, I think I bought you a red Tommy.
Yeah, it was a red shirt. It was actually what's nice is that some shirts fit a certain way and everything, and you end up liking some shirts better than others. So what was nice is that I actually like wearing that shirt. So it was nice. It was a really good gift. I actually appreciated it.
Okay.
And I don't think anybody like that was like it seemed thoughtful. Like it didn't seem like you were just getting something. It was like it was a good gift. I'll just say that. So that went a long way. I do remember that.
Yeah. I mean, and I think when you got me the TV, I think I was kind of speechless. I didn't. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What I will say is
she had some scrubs too, so that wasn't. I think that really impressed her because I don't think none of them.
I was not going to say that I had scrubs. What I was going to say was that
when I'm buy you a TV.
The guys that because you know what, I only really had one really good boyfriend. I only had one main boyfriend, and that was 4 years of college. We were broke, so I didn't expect anything. So you were like the first guy that had a job that he was not a scrub. He was a very thoughtful
I'm not
person.
saying he was Okay, he was not a grown up yet. How about that?
We weren't grown up. We were in college.
He was more grown than him.
Well, I'm a girl. We mature faster.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So what about Eddie?
We're not supposed to say no names.
What was that?
We're not supposed to say no names.
Okay, what about that? You talking about one? What was that? Was he not his girl?
We're gonna move on because we're not supposed to say no.
Okay, I'm sorry. Moving along.
Okay, so anyway, I'm like speechless right now. Yeah, so before him, yes, I didn't get really thoughtful gifts because we were young and you bought me a TV. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right.
What was you about to say?
I don't even.
Anyway.
The hate. That was so petty. That was real petty.
Well, Betty, you just your memory. I be handing your memory.
You have to, I remember him.
You what?
I remember him.
Oh, okay. I thought what you had said was one that wasn't.
As we move on, as we move on,
maybe I heard you wrong. But anyway.
So anyway, well, let me talk about. So I had put out a reel the other day. We every once in a while you still need tune-ups in marriage, and I know we had an issue about our mornings together because our mornings together are not the best, and so what I said was that we needed to do a little bit better with our goals in the morning because there's only like 2 days out of the week that we really wake up together. Otherwise, I'm up and at it at work and he's sleeping in. And I do have the tendency to look at my phone and get my day started. And you kind of got any feelings about it because you felt like it wasn't about you, or you want to explain? Go ahead.
So, what you noticed was me going, I didn't even say nothing this time. I was just like, oh, because I have said things in the past. So, what you want to do is go, oh, are you in your feelings? Are you? Nope, I ain't in my feelings. That's the same thing. I'm not even going to say no more about it. So, then she went on it and we had a discussion about it. Since she basically could tell I was just like, okay, here we go. So it comes down to this. If you are, first thing you're doing is jumping on the phone, we only have a certain amount of time to really focus on each other, and you jump on the phone and you start looking at Facebook, birthdays, different things, everything else, your mind, especially with you, your mind starts going down that avenue and down that avenue. So I'm like, okay, all right, here we go. So you did come up with a good plan of just, let's ask about each other first, before kids, before friends, before anybody. Let's ask in those couple moments we have like that. Let's go ahead and say, your hair look, maybe compliment, maybe, you want to get something to eat, or what do you want to do today? Maybe just start with each other. So I think we came up with something that might help us stay focused on each other in those moments that we have.
Okay, so
those limited moments that we have, we could actually try to put us first in them.
Right, our community. What are your morning rituals before you get out the bed when you're in the bed with each other? Do you just no phone until a certain time? Because really, I thought it was just, I did send it. I shot a text to my cousin and I said happy birthday, and he's right that he made a point that it shouldn't be anybody out the house.
I mean, that's cool to do it. I mean, I'm not saying you can't say happy birthday to anybody.
I know.
It's just you tend to let it just be crowd you, and then next thing you know, we're in the same rut.
Okay, you're right. So yeah, no phone. So that's what I said for me. For the goal for me is to like really not even look at the time or anything, because I will then go into my day and he's right. He didn't say anything because we've had some knockout drag out where we didn't talk for a good couple of days because he would really be upset about it. So he didn't say anything, but I knew that his mannerisms had changed, and I was just like, okay, how can I figure out and make this right? So,
Hmm.
and by good morning. So here's the thing. I couldn't even after I made that mistake, it messed up the whole mood for the morning. Like at that point, he, didn't want to be touched. He was, just in a funk. Like you didn't think about me, so I can't flip it on and yada 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 yada. So I messed that up, and like I said, we made goals that, yeah, we made goals that I won't look at my phone.
I'm trying to put it in a way where y'all can get like, I don't know. Let's say I don't know. Well, let's say we're going out. Let's say it's your birthday. Let's say anything we're getting ready to do together, and I start, I don't know, petting the dog, or I start, I don't know, I pick up, call my cousin from Alaska, and I just start talking about this when we about to go out. Like, I mean, it's just, it feels like you dead last sometimes. It's like, Dad,
You're right.
like, I don't know.
You're right.
I don't
You're right. I have to get better with that because he's right. With my mind, once something goes, it's off and running. Although I can switch back, but I think at that point in time, he wasn't feeling it, and so we had the conversation. I tried to bring up a moment where, and I got tit for tat, and I was like, well, the day before you didn't give me any attention, and it was morning time, and so yeah, so we went through that day, and this was still early in the morning. So we went through that day, and we ended up going out to breakfast. But I was in a funk because I was just like, I could go back into my defensive stance because I guess the difference between you and I, sometimes when things happen, I just don't verbally say anything.
Mhm.
Where if it's bothering you, you're going to say it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and so then for me, I'm like, well, you brought that up, but there was how many other incidents that I didn't say anything. So that is where our communication is not always the best. But like I said, I had to learn, to figure out. I self-regulated myself, was really thinking it over from his point of view, and he's right, and he's right. So I this morning I didn't get on the phone, right? I left it on the charger. And because I have to, and see, and he gets into this mode where he's like, I don't know. Are you like mad because I'm doing it? Like I don't know where.
No, I ain't in no mode. I'm just laughing at you because it's like, it almost seems like
It's a habit, but it's not done for malice. It's just not done. It's just like a habit. I pick up my phone, and it's just a habit.
Mm-hmm.
But I need to do better. Mm-hmm. It's a rut, and we get into that rut. So anyway, by the time we got to breakfast, I had got myself together, and I wasn't, like I said, I have always been passive aggressive with a little sprinkle of petty, and so I didn't revert back to that normal person. So we ended up having a good day, right?
Normal person.
The person of my past, the person of my past. So yes. So yeah, I think we ended up having a better day, but I think, yeah, we definitely, and I think every once in a while you have to set those goals again. Yeah, we've been married 20 years, but every once in a while you have to set those goals
Trisha,
again.
you do what, Trisha? What you do?
She's I just, yeah, I gotta work on it. And I have to be more mindful that, those are the only 2 days that we actually, Saturdays and Sundays are like the only days that we actually do get to spend where it's just you and I, and, we're not running at least for a couple of hours.
Right.
So I'm going to do a better job on that.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I know I'm not the only one that picks up my phone. And I'm not doing it, like I said, I'm not doing it to be, I think it's just it's a bad habit. I'm just going to leave it at that. It's a bad habit.
All right.
Okay. But as we're going into this season of Thanksgiving, we're going to get out of that.
Yeah.
As we're going into this season of Thanksgiving, we just wanted to talk about
thankfulness in marriage.
Yeah.
You are so flustered.
I am.
No, yeah, that's kind of the topic for today. Since this is Thanksgiving's coming up, and no, we try to be thankful. As much as I probably don't seem like I'm grateful, I'm just trying to get to another level. Just keep leveling up. I am grateful for the times we do have, and it's just I'm trying to spend those moments we have and level up and make them better. The moments we do have,
You're
because
right.
I see a lot of people don't make it back home. So when we have those 2 days and I see we're not spending them that, to the best that we could,
Mm-hmm.
that's why I'm like that. I'm not trying to put you down. I'm not trying to come for you. I'm not trying to make you get into the defensive mode that I make you get in, but I'm just trying to level this up so we can do a little better each time. So
I appreciate it.
I just got to do a better delivery, I guess.
No, your delivery. I mean, like I said, we are in such a different place now. Like if we had this a few years ago, we still wouldn't be talking right now because we just wouldn't, and it would be hard for us to reconnect and laugh about it. Like that was our problem. Once the stuff was out there, it just felt fake. Trying to, hey babe, how you doing? It felt really fake. So now we know how to navigate that and do that a little bit better. And I think for me, I had to just snap out of being in my feelings quicker, even if he was in his feelings, because the cycle just kept going and going. So, but yeah, definitely being thankful for where we are at now versus where we started from, because we really are two totally different people. And I think the gratitude, we started just really being intentional about getting rituals in as far as like our gratitude, appreciation for the small gestures. I know this week you actually got up, so he works third shift, so he doesn't get home second shift till like 11 or 12, depending on if the city is acting right. And so he actually, you did a 16-hour day. You did a 16-hour day, and then the next morning he actually did take our daughter to,
and the next
day, take our daughter to her doctor's appointment. And I really appreciated that, because I know that that was rough for you getting up and having to do that. So I think it's sometimes expected for the other partner to just do it, but it's not going to it doesn't cost you anything to say thank you. Thank you goes a long way. And I think early on, a lot of that, I did take you for granted, and I think you took me for granted, that's just what marriage is. You do this, you do that, we keep it moving. Right. But you have to take those moments to say thank you. Thank you for cooking. Thank you for washing the clothes. Thank you for filling up my gas tank. Just those things that we can get into a rut, and then, when you're feeling that depleted, somebody outside of the house can say thank you for something, and
that's true.
That can cause a tornado of bad effects.
Right.
Yeah. So, I think that was one of the earlier things that I really had to, and like I said, with you being an officer, I really had to get out of my ego about that and the pride, because
I still don't understand that, but okay.
Well, I mean, I everyone else was pumping you up. I did not want to be a part of that pump up crowd. I thought that I had my own lane, and I felt like if I continued to fawn over you like everyone else, then I would be lumped into that.
You were in your own world, right?
Yes, I was in my own head. I wasn't
the officer here. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I was in my own head. So, but I did learn early on that you still needed to hear those small thank yous, even if it, was
or
something
compliments.
Yes, and as a woman,
I felt like you didn't think men needed or having emotions or needed any of those things. Like it was just strictly for women or something. I almost felt like that sometimes.
Okay, full transparency. I think that's how I was brought up. I don't think I've ever, like, my mom did stuff for my dad, and that was her thank you. It was never expressed verbally. So in my mind, I think why is my you put her name in my mind. I think just as a man, I think you guys are stronger than that, as bad as that sounds. Whew. But in the reality of it, you guys are a lot more fragile than women.
Yeah, emotionally, yeah.
You guys are very, very, very
and I think what woke you up is having a son. I think that made you go, because then you kind of see as he's becoming a man, as now he's grown, and you kind of still see him that way. That's still the same. He still had the same whatever he had in 5th grade or 7th grade. He still went through those things. He's still that little boy who just grown up now. Okay. I think that changed your mindset a little bit. It kind of opened that door where you kind of had a wall up. It kind of put a crack in that, and you seem to start looking at me a little differently because he was growing up.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely can say, having, but I think it was even.
I like how you worded that, Tracy.
Man, I mean, and that's a whole topic that we need to have because.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
We are strong. God made us strong for that reason. Like a woman can withstand a lot. Y'all,
I give credit where credit's due. Yeah. And multitask. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, y'all
are stronger in that area.
And I always used to say, because I tell our oldest daughter that, I tell our oldest daughter that a man can dish out stuff, but if you flip it and dish the same things out, he can't take it. Like they really, really can't take it. And that is something that I really, really had to learn. So I really had to learn how to compliment you and be sincere on it because you needed it just as much as I needed it. Mm-hmm. So, and I mean, there's days that I didn't need it because I knew we were together, but I know you needed to hear it. So that is something that, I had to work on. And
I don't understand why you'd be stingy with it anyway, but whatever.
Stingy with it?
With a compliment. Like, what's that? What are you losing for that?
Okay, but don't you think couldn't my actions be the same thing? You needed to hear it. Like I wasn't showing you that I appreciated you and that I was thankful and all of that.
Is my actions alone enough for you? Next.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna give you that. Okay. You're right. It's not. Okay. Anyway, so gratitude rituals. Make sure that you're doing those small thank yous. So so just those little small things, I think they do a world of difference. And those times when we are in our feelings about stuff, I think that the compliments and the gratitude kind of smooth things over and makes it a little bit easier to take. Because we know that we're on the same team and, we're not doing anything maliciously.
You see, Tim and Marcus said they don't need to hear it all the time, but that's not they don't ever need to hear it. So.
Okay. You're right. I feel that, yes. Once again, I think that is something that's not talked about that you guys need the compliments, the pat on the backs. I think, we thank you for being a provider, but for the other little things, we need to also thank you as well.
Yeah. I mean, y'all have lots of books out. Daniel Steele books, all this stuff saying what y'all need, want, demand, all that. We ain't really got no books like that. You know what I mean? So a lot of times when we try to talk about that, it kind of gets looked at like you soft for even talking about it, or like you were saying, looking at me like, why you need that? Mm-hmm. So then you kind of go, you just don't talk about it, because we'll talk. It's just sometimes you get made to feel like you can't talk about that. You just, all right, we'll go ahead and watch some football or do something else.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe not fragile.
She be coming with these. She Lisa know how to. She real passive aggressive, man. I done got used to it now, but I just be blowing off most of it. But
okay, so maybe not fragile. What I will say is you can be sometimes hypersensitive.
Now let me say that to her.
Oh, you've told me I'm hyper. You've told me all the time.
Yeah,
I know
and
I am.
You get your emotions because I got an emotion.
You absolutely right. I told you.
So again, can't have an emotion because now you got to have one. But it's all good. I get it. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. So I won't say fragile, but I will say that you guys have. A little football.
Yeah.
Okay. You're right. Yeah.
SENSITIVITY.
And that is his. You need a man with sensitivity. That is his theme song.
See, look at that. See?
Yeah, you're right. Okay. I never even thought the football tap. Sure,
Mm.
I can start doing that for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 Just stay off center is all I'm saying. Don't be just left or right. You be being funny sometimes.
Don't drop the soap. Don't
You
drop the
see,
soap.
man, it ain't even funny, man. Come on, exercise. Come on now. Whew.
Okay, so yes, ladies, let's step up our games with the thank yous if for the little things if you're not doing that, and men as well. You know, we both of us like to hear it, so let's step our games up in that that aspect.
Yep.
Another thing you can do this week, you can reflect on the growth as a couple. Yeah, we are not those 30-something-year-olds that got married. Whew, Lord Jesus. And I'm glad that we grew and we are not in that same space. You know. Yeah, I'm definitely glad. I know my sisters have always said that you are definitely not the same man that I that I married. And that's a good thing. That is a good thing. But I think, you know, every once in a while just sit back and reflect on it. You know?
That's why I like that book, because it actually, you know, things I hadn't thought about in a while.
Yeah.
It actually helped me reflect on it. So that was good.
And there's another thing that you can do. You could do a jar every year and just write in there the things, you know, the wins, the challenges, and then the next year, just look at that. That's a gratitude jar.
How often are you doing that?
Once a year, like a big time once a year, or you could do it once a week.
No, I'm saying how often when you're saying.
Oh, whenever you're thinking it, weekly, daily, whenever you're thinking it, wins and stuff.
Okay.
So you could do that. Yeah. How do you feel about assessing and recognizing? Yes. So
that's big. That is big.
You definitely have to do it. Yeah.
You at least need to learn that.
Right.
I mean, we fall off sometimes, but we circle back to it. But that was big as far as growth.
Does everyone know your partner's love language?
Yeah. Start with that.
I mean, I guess that would be the starting point. Do you know your partner's love language? And do you talk to your partner in their love language and not yours? Because that's a big thing.
Yeah. I could cuss jar. Right.
Not a cuss jar. No, like a win.
Nah, it is like that.
Well, you could, yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, can your love languages change? Oh, I believe so. Yeah. I think they do. I think, let's see.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, they can. There's yeah.
Because I think there's seasons.
Short answer, yes. Yeah,
seasons in marriage. I think sometimes, you know, there was a time, I think, when the children were younger, I think I needed a little bit more words of affirmation because I didn't know what I was doing. And I felt that I was floundering yeah. So I do think that they can change.
Right.
Let's see.
Especially if your partner's an overthinker, like sometimes at least we'll think there's this whole think she's failing at something and she's not. So it really does it can go a long way.
Right. So yeah. So with his being action and yours being words of affirmation, you have to speak in his language. So he wants the actual woo. Man. He wants you to actually do something versus talking, which Sonny's kind of like, that's not one of his love languages.
But they both need to understand both of them.
Yeah,
do it.
They both
it can't just be one person talking in both languages. Though.
Right. So yeah, you have to give and, you know, but it's still definitely the predominant one you need to talk to in that. So if he needs the action, she's going to have to do the action.
What do you mean predominant? What you meant?
Like she can't. So hers is words of affirmation. So she can't always speak to him in words of affirmation because he's not going to receive it.
No, I'm just saying both people need to be.
Oh yeah, both. It needs to be both sides. Yeah. Absolutely, yeah, both sides. Yeah. So, let's see.
Yep. That's gifts.
More.
Why did I see? I didn't know why I looked. I knew that was. See, like what? What? When you say more, like what you mean? Like what? Like I'm throwing it out.
Why are you opening that up? Why are you opening that up? But yeah, I definitely believe that it definitely changed. And I even think, like I've said with me and Sonny, our our love language is physical touch, but it's different. Like it's different. So
Okay.
so if they change, we need to know them. You need to know them all. You need to keep having those discussions. So when you're feeling that whatever you thought that it's not doing what it used to do for you, you need to have that conversation.
And I need to have it in front of, like, I need to have the list in front of Lisa, because Lisa will be blending. She'll be talking about one thing, and I'll be like, "This sounds like this." So I mean, sometimes you just need to sit down and with each other and just like, okay, look, we got what, a half hour? We're gonna go through this. Let's sit down and do this. Let's go through this. And then if you couple that, doing that with what's the word chart thing? The word emotions. With the emotion chart, it'll get you in the right spot, because sometimes I can bring out some trying to understand that and talk about it and get you in some emotions and stuff, and then you don't want to get off track. So sometimes having the selected phrases or words that you can use in the moment, if it's starting to trigger you. But if y'all can get through that, just look through it without getting triggered, then I mean, which you should be able to do. But at one point we couldn't, so yeah. But if anybody's interested in that, just hit us up. We'll
But I definitely feel that, you know, your love language can change, and you just need to be communicating that whatever used to do it for you, it's not. And so maybe I need to figure out something else.
Say that one more time.
If your love language is changing, you need to let your partner know. Because if you don't know and you're still doing those same things, I'm going to be frustrated.
Right. So no mind reading.
Right. Basically, no mind reading. Because
we do have a couple where there's a guy who's like, she should just know. And
I think everybody gets in those moments that you should just know.
Yeah.
But I think that just sets you up for failure, because what I know, even if I knew exactly, I'm still going to have my own spin on it. Yeah. So
you found that out.
I'm going to have my own spin. So way. Have communication, have those conversations. So so you're doing the gratitude, you're reflecting on your growth, and then that quality time. I'm telling you, quality time major. Like it.
Don't take it. If some of y'all ain't trying to step on my toe, but try to get it in weekly, once a week at least. Some quality time, some sort of connection.
Or daily. I think you can do little daily.
Make sure you ain't gonna pass a week is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean for the big quality time, but I think it should be intentional every day.
Right.
5-10 minutes. There should be some kind of touching. There should be some kind of undivided attention amongst you during the day, because I think that just it makes it so much easier versus waiting till y'all have to schedule a date night, because then it seems forced and it's awkward.
Yeah. Even if you're not home, just call, just connect.
Yeah. And I mean, get it in where you fit it in. Just, I mean, I cannot. It is when you don't have it, everything just kind of falls apart, and you're not able to recover when those challenges come up, because there's going to be something that's going to come up. You've got to be intentional about it. Yeah. So.
Okay. Where we at? Overcoming challenges?
Yep, overcoming challenges. And that's part of reflection. Like, you know, I think as you grow together and grow individually, the challenges that would have taken you out a few years ago, they're not able to do the same damage.
Right. That's true.
You learn how to, I guess, put your armor on, and you can withstand those issues, I think, a little bit better when you do the individual work on yourself and then you're working together as a team. I can't. Yeah. I mean, because I know the stuff that we went through in the past, if it was to now rear its head, we would have a better plan to go through it versus us, you know, flailing and just acting out when it happened, when we didn't have any tools or any kind of,
right.
we weren't invested. We weren't invested in trying to figure out, how to grow closer. So, yeah. And you're right. It's always us against the issues. Absolutely. Man. Which I think that's something that's not talked about a lot either. Like, and I'll always keep saying that we have books on wedding dresses, the wedding venue, the menu, you got checklists, and then there's nothing. So yeah, and I think that the whole teamwork, us as a team, I think that just really needs to be, that should be something that's in like premarital, and even those first 5 years of marriage. I think that that's something that should be talked about daily. Like, because like me, I think when we got married, we didn't do premarital counseling, but I was like, I'm so in love with him. Like, there's nothing that can go wrong. We can handle anything. We've been through a little bit of mess, and we could, yeah. And then that first thing came up, and I was like,
I was ready, yeah. And I'm looking at it like red flag, like we're still dating. Right. I'm all mentally way off. I'm like, that's red flag. What am I doing? As if.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Whoa. Who's it?
That's Tracy.
Is that Tracy? Hey, go on. Oh.
Communication. So I think so with the communicating without the tones is very difficult.
Yeah.
But I think the more that you are intentional about connecting every day, you kind of get into the mode of really starting to like that person. So when that thing comes up, you're kind of always still in that giddy love phase that you don't want to hurt their feelings, and you kind of check your tone.
Yeah.
Not that's always easy, because some days if I'm already in a mood and he comes and he hasn't, neither one of us has read the room, it's a wrap. We just
that's a good point. I mean, yeah.
But I think, at least for us, I think the more time that we have spent, being intentional about our quality time, be intentional about getting those pockets together when we do talk to each other. We found that we're a little bit more mindful of how we're coming off, and even when we're not coming off crazy, or we're going to get to that point, we can kind of back up and be like, pause, and let's revisit this maybe at a later date.
Right. Right. You don't move your hand.
Okay. Misreading the tone in a communication. Yeah. Which is why I don't like texting. He loves texting. I don't like texting because I'm reading all kind of crazy stuff in the text. Like you came at me like, pick up the phone and have a conversation, or let's schedule the schedule, because I don't do well with texting. You like texting because it's something you can see and you can come back to and relate. But for me, I don't know what your tone is, and just my personality, I'm probably going to take the bad tone and run with it. So I don't even know.
You what you just said, right?
What?
Your personality.
Yeah, I'm going to take, because I am the one that I've got the whole story in my head, and sometimes it is the negative. Like he is Mr. Positivity. I think I'm just like, I'm just ready. Let's knock it out, whatever it is. But a lot of times I'm thinking it's something negative, and we gotta work through. So I think, you have to, you got to spend that time, and you have to have the right time to discuss those situations. Like I know that I can't have a conversation with him when he comes home from work. Not a good time.
What do you mean you can't have a conversation?
If I want to have a conversation, there's certain conversations I can't have with you when you come home from work.
I don't want to talk about Channel 10 just said this and that about P. Diddy and this and that. P. Diddy ain't paying a bill. I don't really care.
You see how he dropped that in there?
Yeah,
that was petty.
I don't care.
That was petty.
I could care less what P. Diddy's doing when I'm coming from work, and I done already heard negative if it's negative. So depending on if it's a positive thing and we talking about family and this and that, I just get there. Yeah, I'm all for that. But if it's somebody and I just worked 16 hours and that Bama ain't paying nothing for me, ain't doing nothing for us in our household, I'm probably not going. I'm gonna be like, what we do? I'm not wasting time with that. But
Okay.
But I'm petty though, so.
Right. Okay. So Tracy's saying that she's very, she's trained to read body language and expressions to gain a better understanding. That's okay. I'm hyper aware of those things, and he's not. Yeah. So and so Sonny's probably like you because he's out in the public and he does a better job than me. Like I said, so I had to learn that I can't always come to him with something. Some things I'm just gonna have to sit and wait. And yeah.
Who was that?
Yeah. And controlling your tone while being passionate about the same. That'd be me. He calls me a yeller, but I'm passionate, and he takes it as yelling.
Y'all see our hands moving right now, right?
I'm very expressive.
That don't always go over well.
It doesn't go over well. You're right. And so, yeah, you're right.
No, I'm saying, yeah, you're right.
And I have had to learn how to control my tone and. Yeah.
And then, but at first you used to be like, well, my family's loud. Like, just live with it. That used to be that was what I got. It was just, hey, that's how we are. I was like,
he's right.
I'm like, but this house, though, we ain't really got to bring all that.
But also into that effect. My hands hurt. Yes, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, her hands. Yeah, your hands be acting like them Muppet Show, them puppet shows sometimes. I'll be feeling like there's 3 people in the room. I'm like, what in the?
Listen, yeah. I will, and you're right. So but also with that, with me being very passionate and very, me being very passionate about what I think in the moment, it has, led to us being, it has not had but with him, we've had the conversation too about him not always switching off police officer when he comes home. So sometimes I have felt like when he talked to me that I was like a criminal on the street. And so I'm automatically in defense mode. Like, you coming for me like I did something, like I stole something. I'm your wife. Bring it down a notch. But I know it's something that they're taught. Because the kid.
Brandell said animated.
Yes, it is being animated. I've been told like speech classes, I'm supposed to hold my hands when I talk. I'm not good with it at all. But, the tone is definitely, I think for me, what has helped me is that sometimes I have to talk slower.
Does that slow your hands down?
Yes.
Okay. Wait, who's measured? Who said that?
Okay, so
Tracy said
you're very and my hat is off to people who are very, very measured.
That's it. Just know I ain't gonna try that. Just my hat's off to you. All right, that's funny.
I think it would be fake for me to be. You would think I was crazy if I came to you and Sonny, we need to have a talk. You would think so. To go down.
What if you did it like that? I'm probably
right. So me, that's
your back. Just let me see
your hands. That's me
being
measured. Yeah. I think
that's true.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
But that's you being measured.
I'm gonna try to do that, Tracy. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I could be measured. That's a goal. I can write that down as a goal. Learn how to be more measured when I talk.
Okay.
We'll see. But yes, when I do get passionate, like Tim said, it's a wrap, and I have to learn how to ground myself to bring it down. And like I said, some days, did you just look off?
No, I'm looking at we still got to do those 3 this one more time.
Did you look off?
No, I'm looking at the next thing.
Yes. So being passionate in tone.
See how she just about to take. I'm looking at the next topic. She thought I came for it. I'm not coming for you.
That's okay. So it's the older child syndrome, because I was always accused of stuff, even though it wasn't me. So that is my trauma in my childhood that plays out in marriage.
Thank you for owning that. I appreciate that.
Look what growth can do, God. Look what growth can do. I take accountability on things that I'm aware of. Okay. So yeah,
yes.
We would.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll have to do some kind of challenge, because that is something that I can't. I'm not to say I can't. We're going to try. We gonna try because I do have problems with that. So okay.
Nah, you know what? Don't even try that. Well, thanks to Lisa and her hands, we are gonna go ahead and wrap it up.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
We got look at these last little bits.
I don't know about that.
Listen. Okay, make sure that you guys are celebrating your wins because we ended. She just clapped.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Shoot.
Do your thing.
Because we just talked about overcoming challenges. So make sure that you are celebrating your wins. And hyping those up because I think we don't give ourselves too much props when we overcome a situation. Okay. And we went through a whole week. Let's give a high five. I mean, just like we do with little kids for their little accomplishments, we need to be doing. We need to be doing the same thing.
Okay.
So, make sure you're celebrating all the little wins, no matter how small. Y'all got a date night in. Somebody could, something, that has been, an issue before. When you get through it, definitely celebrate it. Because,
you made a step.
Yeah, you made a step. And it's all about effort and it's all about being intentional. It's called the mission section right now. Yes, absolutely. We need we have to do a whole women's class on that one because. And so with celebrating wins, we want to make sure that we are also. Wow. Tell me more about the dance. What did I say about the dance? I can't remember. Like I'm celebrating.
Yeah, there you go.
One?
Yeah, keep on saying that. Keep on saying that.
I honestly don't know. Are the games over?
Yeah, all but one.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Let me think. No, maybe no.
Okay, I ain't got no clue what's going on sports wise. But also, when you're celebrating those wins, make sure that you are also the appreciation and the gratitude. Like I said, just the small things. I think when you I keep saying just intentional about doing better and showing up better. It's a game changer. I think it really is. And everything, like I need to be more intentional about being measured when I have conversations. I think it's all of that. And then we're going to leave with intentional acts of kindness. I think that was what I put in for November.
The committed dance video? Did we send it out?
Yeah. We did. I don't know if we did.
I probably have to send it out again.
Yeah, we'll put it in there. So I like to line dance. So we thought of something just really easy to do. We had our daughter, she likes to dance, and so we had her make up something. So yeah, she choreographed it. So we'll put it in the actual group so everybody can see it. It's
learn it. Try to learn it.
And learn it. It's not hard. It's
probably an event where we just do a lot of line dancing
or virtual. Yeah. So we're going to do something. So yeah, we actually did it to the song that we kind of just took, Committed by Guidance. Yeah.
No Guidance.
Okay. It's a song called Committed by No Guidance. So we did the line dance off of that. So yeah, I'll upload that into the group and stuff. And so end with this week doing intentional acts of kindness, small things that that make your spouse smile on the inside. Right? Intentional. Intentional acts. Just, get out of your comfort zone. And I'm talking to myself. Get out of your comfort zone and do those things that your partner likes. Because he's communicated those, or she's communicated those things to you. You gonna?
Nope.
All right. That's it.
Yep.
All mine's clear.
Mm-hmm.
So just
yes, that's a win.
Yes.
This week's work. You know what? I'll take that because it's I'll take that. She literally has her hands in her lap, pressing down right now, trying that hard. But I will take it. I'll take the effort. I like that. I like that.
So be kind to each other this week. As you know, this is just the week of of reflection. Just take that time and be thankful, and just
Happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
be thankful.
Mm-hmm.
God has brought us this far, and we are still, by the grace of God, moving forward. So be intentional about, getting through this stuff, getting to having the fun. Like it doesn't have to die after so many years of marriage. You can still, you can breathe life into a dead marriage. We are witnesses to that, and yeah, we definitely know that being intentional and the effort, you can get through that. So everybody have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Am I know the time. I'm wrapping it up.
Okay.
Everybody have a great Thanksgiving. Remember to communicate with care and connect with intention. And we will see y'all next week. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Don't eat too much. Oh, and get your Thanksgiving